In a repeat of the 2012 Champions League final between Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Chelsea went to the Allianz Arena hoping to win there, but it was Harry Kane who said not today, as he scored twice to give Bayern a 3-1 win over world champions Chelsea. For all of the bring Barcelona, bring anybody, we are ready to beat them. Chelsea start their 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League campaign with a 3-1 loss to Bavarian giants Bayern Munich. Football Temple brought to you by Allianz Studios on Kani Sam, one of the very, very strong Bad Belle community for Chelsea, alongside the Bishop, another very strong Bad Belle community for Chelsea. Here in the studio to tear apart Enzo Maresca and his Chelsea side for an underwhelming performance against Bayern.
I'm not telling anybody. Okay, here's it right. Go and keep that video that I say Chelsea's not going to make it the top. Chelsea will not automatically qualify. Chelsea will come to the playoff. I said it. And go and look for that video again that spoke about their defense shortly after winning the cup.
Question mark.
I said it clearly. Look, up front, settle. Back, middle issues. Because that's just by the way. Quickly, I have a question for you, Noso. And if you win it, I have a special gift for you.
Wow.
Right? Wow. Okay, yeah, so without blinking an eye, right? How many African players do we have this season in Champions League?
15.
African players of African descent that will play in Champions League season. No, you can assist him. Don't worry. I've given you that list.
I know Nigerians are 15.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
14 Moroccan players.
I'm saying just.
I'm calling it for you now.
You can't because the country has some countries have
14 Moroccan players, and I'm going to put a range on Kanisam. The range of African players in the Champions League this season is between 45 and 60, no more than that.
Do you agree with him?
I don't have a choice.
Okay, wrong. 69. You say 60.
Yeah.
If I say 70.
But because I know that it's a huge number.
Now,
I know Morocco have less than Morocco have the
country with the highest number.
Yeah.
Is which country
Morocco,
you said?
Morocco,
the number?
Morocco, about 17 between 17 and 15.
You said?
I said 9.
No, it's not more than 9.
12.
Okay, 12. Whoa.
Then the second is which
Nigeria,
country?
of course.
Exactly.
Nigeria has the second.
No.
We have the second most number in Champions League.
Okay, we're jointly second.
Yeah, exactly, because I know that we should have.
So how many?
Probably alongside the Super Eagles. What? Nigeria
How many?
players?
No, just 9. No,
No,
wrong.
10.
No, wrong.
Then it's 8.
Fine. 8.
But why? Okay, let me say why it's 8.
Why?
No, why it's 8?
Because he's not playing, right?
No, not because of Tolu.
Yeah, no, because of Tolu. It's because
Promise David.
If Toulouse was in game, it would have been 9.
It would have been 9. You understand? But without Tolu, it's not going to. But the last question, right? You straight, right?
I'll try my best now. Hopefully, I don't.
Aside of Sime.
Yeah.
Ndidi.
Yeah.
Lukman.
Yeah.
Raphael. Bruno and Obu, because I know you know that name very well. Can you name 3 other Nigerian players that in the Champions League season? Now I've called 6 out.
Wow.
Besiktas are in Champions League.
No.
Yes.
Besiktas.
Okay, so
not the Champions
League. Okay, so sorry. Let me take away. What's his name?
Ndidi.
Let me take away Ndidi. I'm bringing back. I'm bringing back. Let me call the easiest name. Okay, I'm bringing back Osuji. So I'm bringing back Osuji from Karabakh. Just 2 other names.
Did you mention Bruno?
I remove Bruno. Yes, now say Bruno now. Bruno. I didn't call you. Why are you taking? I didn't call you.
Let me bail him out.
Okay, don't take. I'm not checking. Okay, tell her 1. I said 3. Tell her 1.
Okay.
Also, let me bail you again.
Then you can bail him if you so wish. There's a George in Monaco and there's a David Moses.
He's not in Nigeria. He's a French.
So the thing is,
he's categorized
as
a
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Yes,
if else, he wouldn't have been 9. Even the night you're talking about, it wouldn't have been 9. You understand? He's
George,
categorized as a Nigerian.
George and who?
George and George
in Monaco.
No, yes, you've called Nathan Taylor now. Then George and I called David Moses. The same team.
Yeah.
We have a Nigerian in Frankfurt. Okay.
No, we don't. Nathan Taylor by Leverkusen now.
Yeah.
But you know, if you add the boy, I'm trying to remember his name.
I'm talking about categorized by official. You understand? Official. You understand?
So do more with your Nigerian players knowledge.
Senegal have no. Morocco have 12. Senegal have 8. Nigeria should have been 9. You understand? But because of Tolu, so Nigeria have 8. Senegal have 8.
It is what it is.
Surprisingly, Egypt have 2. Surprisingly,
Salah and Mamouche. That's what.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Morocco have, what they call it, Cameroon have 2. Surprisingly. Cote d'Ivoire have, I think, 6.
Cameroon have 2. Cameroon has
Anguissa.
Anguissa.
And one other guy that plays in, I think, France.
I think so.
I think Marcelo, yeah.
Really sad.
Well, test your knowledge. So he didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it.
He didn't get
you.
it. Thank you.
But you know, you did so well. You did your best.
Thank you.
You did,
Well,
guys,
guys, let's
get
come
ready
back
for
to
me next time.
Let's come back to
No, next time I'm ready for you. Just, I
must do my research.
Yeah.
Now I said that there's something we want. I love gifts and freebies. Anyway.
No, you know, he was not going to catch me off guard.
Yeah.
When it comes to Nigerian player, maybe I was not going to show up the number.
Yeah.
Categorically.
No,
but if I was going to call him,
amazing. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that you were this close. Even with the number of African players, you understand?
it
That you
was-
mentioned 60.
yes,
Mine
because
is
I
not
know-
70.
Because I know that for a certainty, Morocco has the highest number of
Yeah,
African
12.
players because of a lot of French players.
Anyway, I don't
and
doubt
Spanish
his, I don't
Nigerian
doubt
players.
his quality when it comes to Nigerian players playing abroad.
No,
It's just-
yeah, me,
you-
for
what
me,
he-
I don't doubt his
think what he
quality.
what he just did now was take me back some few years back. When
Where
we
he
went-
impressed me so much is
I'm
he's
telling
African
you.
player thing. Where he practically got,
Yeah, got the
almost
figures
everything right.
yeah.
He knows about Senegal. He knows about, you understand, Morocco. Massive.
Thank you very much, Abdul. That's where your forte is. Let's talk football.
But let's come back to the Allianz Stadium, the Allianz Arena in Germany, where it was full time. It was Bayern Munich 3, Chelsea 1.
Wow.
Harry Kane with a brace and an own goal from Trevoh Chalobah put Chelsea to the sword and Enzo Maresca. Now, for Chelsea fans, this is a clear message to you all. 1, you are not ready for football. 2, don't let that Club World Cup get into your head.
That is the issue.
It's now one of now luck. 3, you don't have a coach. The reality for Chelsea fans is Enzo Maresca is not the man. Now, I'll tell you why. Before I let the guys dive in. I saw that game, you know, when it was 2-1 before Bayern scored the third.
Yeah.
He could have had the chance to make one sub and take the sting out of Bayern's attack. Remove Reece James, bring in a winger. But he kept his substitution to his chest. Meanwhile, Vincent Kompany, who was leading, had made 4 sub because he knew that he needed a third goal to stop Chelsea from scoring. But the man kept it to his chest. And when Bayern made it 3-1, he went to a double sub, bringing on, of course, was it Estevao?
Right, yeah.
Andre Santos.
Yeah.
And then he also brought on
Estevao, yeah.
no, not Estevao, and Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Okay,
To
yeah,
do-
Garnacho
so
is
at 3-1, you're
Garnacho,
now
yeah.
bringing in players to do what exactly?
No.
But guys, let's start from let's start from them.
Yeah,
Maresca.
yeah. As an editor, you know, if I'm told to write the headline, it's Chelsea horrified. You know, because it was that's the big story point for that day. And, you know, as much as we come here to hound and pound Chelsea for all the disastrous display, they look like a team who should be playing in the championship. Apologies to the teams in the championship. Is that bad? Is that bad? Because
So you speak with so much confidence,
Yeah,
like say
well,
the club where you support get Champions League title.
better than what I can say.
Well,
we
let's listen to
can't
you.
turn out this kind of display. It is excruciating. And I see sometimes I wonder how you watch your team and then you watch the game and you don't feel like crying. I think Chelsea fans were this close to tears yesterday because first of all, the Bayern Munich team were not really outstanding. They were not as if they
were just there.
When they had their chances,
One of the average.
something
Bayern Munich
happened.
team,
Harry Kane is able, and that's what happened yesterday. Chelsea had a chance, like you said. I think coming up. I've been talking about what is the weak point of Enzo Maresca, and I decided after watching him for some time, I think he's more or less reactive than proactive. He waits for things to happen for him to make decisions instead of making decisions to affect things that would want to happen.
But we've seen him reacting. I mean, we've seen him being proactive than I mean, in some cases, the Club World Cup is a practical
That's a
example.
one-off.
After the Club World Cup.
It's a one-off. Before the World Club World Cup, Chelsea was
After the Club World Cup final,
See, Chelsea
not the
was-
Club
see,
World Cup
the
itself.
final, sir.
After the Club World Cup
Final.
final.
Now
Where's
that's the biggest
the
issue. See,
proactiveness
I've said it, and
in
I'm still going to
Maresca?
repeat it again. The Club World Cup final has become the
that's-
standard for Chelsea. And
Imagine.
they will be holding on to that standard for the longest
they will
time.
suffer loss.
They will be holding on to that standard.
They
And
will suffer loss
It's
then.
a pure deception. It's
Total-
a pure deception. We know. Shortly after the World Cup, well, like you always said, don't talk about it. But like I said, shortly after that final, I said, look, if this match is going to be repeated today, Chelsea is going to lose this game. It happens that are just like that. It just go pop. It happens and it works for you. And that's what works for Chelsea that day, right? I questioned a lot of things in that team. We know what actually this poor. We know what actually took Chelsea to it. I mean, the Pedro factor came in season. I mean, in tournament, had a wonderful tournament, and took them to the final, and they had an amazing final.
Let's take a long trek to the start of this season.
Yeah.
Is there any game that you watched that Chelsea won or played that you're like, Chelsea were impeccable today?
Yeah.
Probably West Ham.
West Ham.
Probably West Ham.
West Ham.
But it was the poor West Ham side.
Exactly. That's the point I want to make. That's the point I want to make.
Your claim always is you eat what they said before you.
Chelsea have only eaten West Ham right from the start of the season.
Simple. So they had a good game against West Ham.
I think they
Came from a goal down.
They have
scored
suffered
4
to
on
two-
reply. I mean, scored 5 goals.
See, they even Tottenham Hotspur who are not a free scoring side, scored 3 against West Ham.
Spurs are a free scoring side.
No, they are not. Go check
No,
it.
they're not.
1-0, smash them.
That's this season.
I'm not giving an example. Got 3 against West Ham. That's how porous and bad West Ham is. See, I must see. I didn't. They must put every Chelsea fan must put that caution sign. Chelsea are not where they are. Where they are supposed to be. I think that's camouflage.
Now you're talking.
They are not where they're supposed to be.
The truth is this, right? We're talking as if Chelsea play a Bayern Munich side
that are like on top of the wall.
That they are better than. They're not better than the Bayern Munich side they actually play against.
No, they are not.
Chelsea's not. None of the Chelsea guys in front, even with the
Pedro can walk into the front of back. Absolutely.
I cannot bench Olis for João Pedro.
Obviously.
I cannot bench Kane for João Pedro.
Absolutely.
Luis Diaz, even though Luis Diaz was average, had a very average game.
Coming to the midfield, probably apart from Palmer,
maybe Caicedo. Maybe Caicedo.
Well, it was on players. It was on players.
Well, let me. I will not go player for player or pound for pound, right? They played against a side that is superior to them, a better side. So I was also shocked. Is it because we think Chelsea is not what we think?
No, probably Chelsea are victim of their own circumstances.
Sincerely speaking, they were lucky not to consider to that number of goals.
I mean, see, like you said, whether we like it or not, the yardstick for Chelsea
is the Club World Cup. Yeah, I understand that. But so it's not a true definition of Chelsea. It's not a true definition of Chelsea.
It's not a true or fair view because Chelsea are nowhere near that level.
They're not.
They are nowhere near that level. I think right now, to be serious, I think if for the fact that it's a certain Todd Bowley that's in charge of Chelsea, I think a certain Maresca will be clutching on straws.
I agree.
He'll be clutching on straws.
Unfortunately, looking at where Chelsea is coming from, Maresca has not done badly.
Yes.
Look at where Chelsea is coming from.
What is success for a Chelsea team?
Let's not forget that it's Chelsea's first loss since that loss against Flamengo.
Yes.
It's been, and if you just suppose it's their third loss in over 15 competitive games since they also lost to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Was it Newcastle? Yeah, at the tail end of last season. It's not like form-wise the team is losing continuously. However, it's the manner and how it happened.
Do you enjoy the way Chelsea play? They don't even try to see. Even that game against Bradford, they look like a good Brentford. Thank you very much. They look like they're going to drop point.
Of course,
the performance
it was obvious.
It doesn't ooze confidence. It doesn't ooze Chelsea of old.
See, my simple take is this: Chelsea made a better side, and Chelsea will defeated by a better side. And if he's going to repeat itself again, as everything is that this side will still defeat Chelsea. So can Chelsea
now get into the back of the head that we are not good enough?
You remember what I said?
We are a work in progress.
You remember what I said during our preview of the Champions League?
Yeah.
I said Chelsea is not going to be part of the top 8.
Yeah,
Chelsea will qualify
to the
playoff.
He said so.
Via the playoff.
He said so, yeah.
Well, for Chelsea, their route is next. They play Benfica next and Ajax. Their next 2 games, luckily for them, both games come at Stamford Bridge.
Hopefully, they don't play Mourinho.
They will most likely play Mourinho because we understand reports that he's close to joining Benfica. Yeah. But I think it's not about when they play Mourinho. It's about Benfica team, not what it used to be in the time past. So if they don't beat Benfica, then there's no reason for them to be in the Chelsea. This was the same Benfica side that were leading Karabakh by 2-0. And considered
what changed? So it may be the mindset.
No, I'm just saying that.
And they were at home.
That's how poor they've been. I'm just saying that they're a poor side.
Poor side, fact.
Mourinho is not a miracle worker. We are seeing it. It's obvious. The man is tapped out. Let me use uncanny sound. He's tapped out. There's nothing he comes to do that is special. He can only work with what he's got. Now, the only thing Mourinho brings to Benfica,
move from Mourinho philosophy.
So the only thing he brings to Benfica, if he joins Benfica, is the clout and the fear factor that Jose Mourinho. But guys, let's talk about Harry Kane and Bayern Munich. 10 goals already for Harry Kane this season in the Champions League. One way or the other, Vice and company is waxing lyrically. He's doing what he needs to do.
I think he has no convincing performance, but I think he has grown.
He knows how to win games.
Yeah, he knows how to win games. Looking at that team, right? In as much as I know that team is better than Chelsea, I see a lot of players that, for me, are average.
Below par.
Chacha Boy. From Galatasaray. Shocking.
Even look at Luis Diaz, look at a shadow.
No, it looked yesterday. No,
I know, but a shadow of himself.
I think Olis Kimmich and
Kimmich,
Goretzka and Harry Kane were just standout players.
Yeah, they are all over the place.
Aubameyang, you understand? Probably, yeah.
Upamecano is
that solid defense, but his partner, I'm trying to remember his name, the guy that came from Leverkusen.
That guy is a disaster,
Jonathan Tah.
That guy is a fallacy.
He had to be taken over after.
That guy is a fallacy. See, nobody was going. And after watching the first one by Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga,
like say Bayern Leverkusen players now black market.
Exactly.
All of them.
The guy has with what he's playing playing this level.
Zaka is doing well with Sunderland.
No. It was not a Bayern Munich product. It was not a Bayern Leverkusen product. It was a Premier League product.
They look better than Chelsea because they're a better side than Chelsea, but they are nowhere close to a side that can dominate Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Vice company, yes. I wonder how he tinker with the team to that extent. That they've lost their identity. No fear factor, nothing. No solidity, nothing.
Yeah.
From the defense down upward. On non-individual, understand, with bringing literal nothing completely. They're lucky to me the Chelsea side that is that bad, like you rightly mentioned. Don't even call Arsenal. Any other side that is a bit better than Chelsea would have taken this.
I don't know why. I don't like talking to Abdul. He brings Fenway to bring Arsenal to the conversation.
You understand? No, any other side
that
is a
better team, not Arsenal. Arsenal is a far. I think right now, is a far cry. I had a Bayern Munich, but we'll focus on Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich. So like you said, there's no Bayern Munich those days had that fear factor. Robin, Ribery.
There's no fear factor in Bayern Munich.
There's no fear, but nothing. If there's what company is doing,
what's he doing?
With the average players he's doing, he's getting results. We've seen coaches who step into the Bayern Munich team with this kind of players and falter. I expect him to stumble and fall, but I don't know how he keeps on pushing this tractor that is heavy. Okay. He just keeps pushing it.
My biggest issue is the recruitment process.
And that's why I'm angry with Chelsea.
My biggest issue is the recruitment process.
That is why I'm angry with Chelsea, because this was a Bayern Munich that was flying. See, you already know that going to the Allianz Arena, we are going to lose. Because how much would you make it respectable? That was how they were good in those days.
Where Arsenal they lose how many 7-0 against or 6-0 against?
That is the Bayern Munich we're talking about, not this one. So I feel pain for Chelsea fans. I feel pain for them. See, anyway, like I said, they know that they've not considered, they've not been defeated. They look like, oh, on the beating. You're playing lesser team and you're dropping these points. When they get to the big boys, they will not only be beaten, they'll be pummeled, they'll be annihilated, they'll be destroyed. But Bayern Munich, fantastic victory, and they'll take the first 3 points of the.
Well, for Chelsea, they started the Champions League with a loss this season, following the 3-1 loss to Bayern Munich. Then they must now pick up from the next games against Benfica and Ajax in the UEFA Champions League. For Bayern, Harry Kane says they are in the competition to win it. We'll see how it pans out for both teams. It is the league phase of the Champions League, and for Chelsea, they start on the losing note. Football Temple.
Guess what? They're number 32. Just for the record. For now. Before the remaining number of games, they tattoo right now on the table.
They go climb.
Chelsea fans, enjoy your position. Football Temple brought to you by Azar Studios.